We are back at it again with a couple of more penny boxes for today's penny hunt and fill episode. This is going to be episode 61, and we have boxes 107 and 108 to hunt. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure and welcome back to my channel. Like I said in the intro, we've got a 2-box penny hunt today, and we're going to continue our quest to fill this Dansco Lincoln penny album from Just Coin Roll Hunting Pennies. Now, many of you are already caught up on the series, but if you're not, I always have a link to the playlist both down below in the video description as well as pinned up here. Feel free to check it out before watching this video so that you're caught up on where we're at. For those of you already caught up, you know that we've done 106 boxes. We have 192 out of 234 of the slots filled. And last episode, we got 3 upgrades plus an Indian head sent, but we've been struggling to fill more spots despite having 12 pennies that have over 25 million minted in this book. That being said, I always pop the tops of both of my penny boxes before the hunt to make sure I have circulated cents, and I did. I don't see any wheat cent enters on this box, and I didn't see anything fancy schmancy on the first 10 rolls, both sides of this second box. I'm a little concerned. I don't see a lot of copper either, so it could be a tough hunt, but as always, you never know what's on the inside, and it's what's on the inside of the rolls that matters. Now I'm going to slide this book out of the way, and we're going to get right into it. I have 100 rolls to hunt, and for those wondering, these are local Texas boxes, so hopefully we find another Indian head scent, highly unlikely, but most importantly, we find some goodies for the collection or goodies for the album. You guys know the drill. I'm going to start cracking rolls, and I'll bring you back if and when I have a first find. We're on roll number 4. And I will have our first wheat cent. The box does seem a little light on copper, but we'll see if it heats up as it goes along. This first wheat cent is actually going to be at 1949 with a Denver mint mark. We'll take that. It's good seeing a 40s to kick us off and with a mint mark to boot. We're on roll number 10. And we're going to have our second wheat cent find of the hunt. It's just a 1944 Philly, but it does give us our second find, like I said. And 2 after 10 rolls is about a 10 in the box pace. We'll take it. Well, we're on roll number 13, and as I'm sliding down the cents, take a look at what I caught a glimpse of. That's a nice looking wheat cent right there. I'm hoping it's older than 56, because typically when I find them like this, they're 56, 57, or 58. And it is older, 53D. Man, that's a beauty. Not exactly perfect, but not far from it in my opinion, and for finding it in circulation, I'll take it. Hopefully, we don't have a nice 53D in the book, and it's a nice upgrader. But if we already have it in a nice condition like this, I'll always take another wheat cent, especially when it's red. 3 wheat cents, 13 rolls, one's a beauty. Roll number 20, wheat cent number 4. Wheat cent 4 is a 1948 Philadelphia. Roll number 22. Wheat cent number 5. It's a 30s. Unfortunately, it's a 36 Philadelphia, which we already have, but figured I'd take a quick peek in case there's any doubling on it, and I don't see it. Either way, always nice seeing a 30s wheat cent because I don't see them too often. Roll number 26, wheat cent number 6. 57 Denver. We're on roll 35, and the second coin from the end, almost an ender, is another wheat cent for number 7. And that's a 54 Denver. Roll number 41, we have our 8th wheat cent, and like the first one, it's a 53D. Not as nice, but still another find. Well, roll number 42 is going to give us a couple of wheat cents because we have one right here, and right behind it is the reverse of one. The one in the front, another 53D, that's 9. And wheat cent number 10 is a 1940 Philadelphia. Roll number 46, and we're going to have a 30s wheat cent. Unfortunately, it's another Philadelphia, 1935 Philly. Second wheat cent from the 30s, both we don't need. Oh, wheat cent number 11 as well. Roll 47, we have a dozen wheat cents. 1950 Denver. Roll number 50, it looks like we're going to at least get a parting gift. Wheat cent 13 is going to be a 51 Denver. Make that 2 parting gifts. Same roll. Wheat cent number 14 is a 1944 Denver. So we'll just quickly check it for that D over S. There's a little bit of damage running across the mint mark. I'll wipe it away. I don't see the D over S, but we'll make sure of it. And if it's 1, I'll bring it back. Otherwise, we'll finish the hunt and do a wrap up. Well, we finished that first box of this 2-box hunt, and you know what? For my area, it was a good amount of wheat cents. 14 on the board, 2 from the 30s, although we don't need them. And we have a really nice 1953 Denver. And just to let you know, I did take a peek, and the one I have in the book is brown. So we know we have an upgrader. Not sure we have any additions, of course. We also got a laureate portrait. Didn't show it when I found it because I figured I would just bring it in on the wrap-up. But a 1961 Canadian Younghead, only Canadian and only foreign in the box. We got a 59 as well, and 2 nice copper cents, a 60D small date, and a 73p, of course. I'll check those at the end as well to see if they upgrade. Let's move on to box number 2, and fingers crossed, we add more goodies to the board. We're on roll number 58, or the 8th roll of the second box, and we have our first find. Hopefully it's an older wheat cent, but it's slightly older. I think it's a 45D, and it is. Those 5s and 8s sometimes throw me off, but we'll take it. 15 wheat cents. Roll number 68, wheat cent number 16. Only the second of the box, though. 1954, Philly. Roll number 73 of the 100 roll hunt, and we now have 17 wheat cents. And that's going to be a 1946S, and we don't see a lot of those, but you do want to check it for that S over D over mint mark, and I don't see it. But we'll definitely take a 46S and add it to the board. Just grabbed roll 76 out of the box, and we've got an odd colored penny in here. So I figured we'd look at it together. And that is a 2017 Philadelphia minted penny, and it might be missing the copper layer, or the clad layer. Let me take a little closer look at it, and I'll be right back. All right, I've taken a little bit of a look at this penny, and while it does exhibit some copper plating, it seems as though it's actually missing most of the copper plating. And I tried to see if it was chemically treated or cleaned, but it still has a good mint luster on it, and that zinc is still looking pretty shiny. So I'm going to put this aside. I honestly believe this might be a 2017 Philadelphia zinc penny struck on the zinc planchet, missing the copper layer. We'll put that to the side. If I decide to send that into PCGS, I'll keep you guys informed. But either way, I'm definitely going to hold on to it because that is kind of a cool find regardless. All right, let's get back to the hunt. Well, the rest of that box was as cold as ice. And as a matter of fact, box 2 only had 3 wheat cents, but it did yield a potential missing clad layer 2017P penny, which is always cool and not something I find too often. Again, I say potential because without it being certified, I can't guarantee it, but I have submitted some and gotten the proper designation, and this one appears to hit all the markers for me. That's up in the air. We'll have to find out. At the end of the day, though, second box was a tough box, but it was still a decent 2-box hunt. We have 17 wheat cents on the board, 2 from the 30s, and all the rest from the 40s and 50s. I know we have an upgrader. Maybe we'll have another upgrader or 2, but I don't think we're going to add anything this go around. Of course, I will check the album and bring you back when we do that. The copper cup was more than halfway full after the first box, but we definitely slowed down, so we didn't quite fill it up. We got to 90% full. I'm happy with that. 3 Canadians, 4 59s, couple of nice red cents, and 2 69Ss, none of which were the DDOs. Let me go ahead and compare the finds to the album, see if we have any upgrades or additions, and bring it back. Well, I've compared the finds to the album, and as expected, no additions, but we will be upgrading a really nice 53D. Let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back with some final thoughts. We have added that 53D, and it's nice seeing another red cent in the album. I will say it's a bummer that we didn't get any additions, but you can't get mad at getting an upgrade, especially one in nice shape and a wheat cent, not a more modern one. At the end of the day, though, we've now hunted 108 boxes and we're still stuck at 192 out of 234 cents. And despite my best efforts, the series is definitely getting more and more difficult to slot cents with. That being said, you guys know how it goes. You hunt the boxes, you hope for the best, and you take what you can get. Hopefully the next hunt will get something for the book. I hope you guys enjoyed this 2-box penny hunt. I know I did. It's always good being able to do what you enjoy and maybe potentially finding a nice mint air to boot. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting and thanks for watching.